Like what? What goes to politics? Exactly, because here's the problem. You throw out. I'm not.
What it do, 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 man. It's your boy Big Cal coming with live player-ish. It's your boy Big Cal. That like button if you're piling on in here, man. We're gonna have a good conversation this morning. Something that's passionate, something that's deep and dear to my heart, man. Gotta have this conversation with the constituents and the masses out there who's tapping in with me this morning. Hit that like button. True Masculinity Podcast coming in from the Colorado Rockies. Coming in with it early and often in. And my thing is, and this video, this live stream is about why I no longer believe in white supremacy. Why I no longer give that argument any legs or any validation when it comes to the modern day plight and struggles of the Negro man and woman. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I'm going to delve into why I believe white supremacy is a thing of the past.
What statements am I making?
You support capitalism.
Sure. Yeah, we're the ones stupid.
Capitalism is white supremacy.
Capitalism is what? You heard it here first, folks. Capitalism is white supremacy.
He said it.
You said it.
He said it.
I'm
Do you
amplifying
agree
what you
with
said.
me?
Do you know that
Capitalism is white supremacy.
You know
And
the-
Turning Point USA are fascist.
you're saying I'm a white person?
That girl is crazy. That shit.
Violent because of our race. Now, I'm going to do a breakdown probably tomorrow.
You're saying I'm a white person.
I know this word has been thrown around quite often nowadays. White supremacists, regarding to Charlie Kirk, amongst other folks out here. That word is definitely very volatile, very triggering out here, and we got to debunk this situation and what indeed qualifies as white supremacy and what continues to keep a certain class of people, let's just say black people, minorities in America, specifically FBA black people, in the situation in which they are in of as they call so-called oppression. So we're gonna definitely delve into this whole situation this morning. See if we can get some folks in here. I don't know why they trying to shadow ban your boy Big Cal, trying to stop me from getting my monetization, but the real will prevail. We're gonna get some folks in here tapped in here, man, and have this good old discussion this morning, because the real will prevail.
Inauguration speech. That was historic. But what has his administration done since then to stem the tide of fear and hate that brings these groups together? What's the future of America's right-wing militias? The Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys.
And this is my own personal opinions held by me and what I believe to be very much so true as to, like I said, what's keeping the black population of America, specifically foundational black Americans, in the state of subjugation, or whatever you want to call it, that we are in today. Y'all tap in with me. Hit that like button when you're jumping on in here.
I'm a black woman, and I believe that white privilege exists.
What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status?
The fact that you are sitting here.
And if you actually want to disprove that America's a racist country, here's how you could do it. Ask any person, a person of color or not, when they say America's a racist country, and say, well, are your interactions with people of an opposite race generally positive or generally negative? And their answer will always be generally positive. Always. I mean, if you ask a black person, like when you interact with white people, whether it be at Uber or a restaurant or anywhere, is it generally positive or generally negative? Or are they, waving a Confederate flag every time you walk in to Pizza Hut? And they'll say, well, no, it's generally positive. Like, okay, of course there's outliers of racism. I mean, it's totally true. I mean, like, racism is a sin, okay? But abolishing sin will never happen. Like, abolishing racism completely, like abolishing murder or abolishing theft, it's utopianism, and it's impossible. And by the way, we have vastly stunted out racism in this country to such a large extent, we have to fake hate crimes to try to prove that there's racism in this country. That's how good of a job we've done.
Hey, I will agree with that. I will agree with Charlie Kirk on that. That is very true, man. A lot of people love to hang on to the pillars of the past. Definitely a lot of the black elders. A lot of the black elders love to hang on to the staples and the pillars and systems of the past, and they want to drudge the people who have no idea, who were never touched by segregation and Jim Crow laws and things like that. They want to throw these same issues onto our backs and plight onto our backs as if we should have this woe is me type mindset or this scared to death Negro mentality when we move through life. And that's just not the sign of the times for the common Negro or the common black person of America. And like I said, I try to get some folks in here, and some of my biggest issues that pertain as to why we're in the situation that we're in collectively as black folks in America is collective individualism and rampant materialism. Capitalism, rampant materialism, and individualism across the board.
I'm a black woman.
Across the board. That's for all people. That's people of all colors. Specifically black folks. We're talking about black folks here. 1 second. Southland Securities Officer Healy speaking.
Hey, sir, this is Tyler with ICR. Hey, is there any chance we can get that bike lock unlocked for building B so we can get into work there?
Oh, yes, sir. I'll head over there and knock that out for you right now.
I appreciate you. Thanks, sir.
Oh, no problem. All right. Bye.
All right, thank you.
That thing knocked out. But yeah, as I was previously stating, the fact that rampant individualism, especially within the black community, individualism, capitalism, and Individualism, capitalism, and rampant materialism is why black people are in the status that we are in collectively. No other community sits around relying on other systems to be their main focal point to an extent. As far as, it's dysfunction across the board when it comes to people, but no other community blatantly disregards unity and unification and pooling resources and crowdfunding and basically using the community to fund the needs of the community. So to me, I feel like that's one of the biggest detractors that's going on from why we are lacking in a lot of the progress and progression that we should be seeing at this current juncture within Black America. That's just my opinion. Black Americans should be way more advanced financially and economically than we are at this current juncture. And in my opinion, this to the fact that it's so much discord, so much dysfunction on all levels within the black community. So much dysfunction. So much dysfunction, so much discord, so much discourse. We can't just seem to get on the same in alignment with one another. And that, I feel like that is that's a generational curse, been passed down generation to generation within our communities. So yeah, me personally, I can't have any issues with the dominant society if I don't look within first. And that's one of my biggest things I always say. I do not practice or preach a victim mentality whatsoever in my life. And I know that with the open market, capitalism, and all the ways in which black people are free to make a dollar in today's society and economy, the fact that we do not have anything collectively for ourselves to build wealth, and that we point fingers to generations and generations ago, Tulsa massacre, Wilmington, all of these past points of trauma that we want to bring up as far as the why we are not being affluent and productive and together now. So that's one of my biggest issues that I take with the black community. Just too many excuses, too much victim mentality, and the fact that black people do not get along, the fact that we have so much infighting, the fact that we are just at each other's throats, constantly competing, doing everything we can to try to act like we're the better Negro to the next black person, as opposed to looking at each other as brothers and sisters and people who are in a fight and are in behind enemy lines. Let's get it. Oh, hey, how you doing? Morning.
I'm a black woman, and I believe that white privilege exists.
What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status?
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege.
You served our country and you have lived a life of a victor, and you have the gumption to tell me you're a victim without evidence. We're not able to cite one thing that you cannot do that I can do. If you make good choices, you will get those choices rewarded. You brought zero evidence except an argument from an authority and an insult to my lack of a college degree, of which I am so proud of because I'm not indoctrinated because I didn't go to college. Thank you very much.
I'm a black woman, and I
Turning Point USA.
Would a white supremacist organization host a black leadership summit?
Yes. You can be.
Would a white supremacist organization have a black female communications director for over a
Yes,
year?
there are ideological shields. Yes, there are ideological shields that further your talking points and who are every much as committed to bigotry and white supremacy.
Would a white supremacist organization host the nation's largest young Latino leadership summit for 5 years straight?
Yes.
Can you name one instance when we have ever tolerated hatred once?
When you have ever tolerated hatred?
Yes.
Well, you claim that your organization is not white nationalist and not white supremacist. So why did Identity Europa think that your organization was prime breeding grounds for their views?
Because they're idiots.
Because they're idiots. So wait. No, I wanna have an honest discussion with you, right? Because I do agree that you should look in the mirror first before asking people to solve your problems.
Exactly.
Just tell me honestly, what do you think?
That is the realest quote I've heard since anybody talking to Charlie Kirk, man. You should look inwardly before you look for someone else to solve your problems. That right there is a banger, man. Let's go ahead and rewind that back.
I wanna have an honest discussion with you, right? Because I do agree that you should look in the mirror first before asking people to solve your problems.
You should look in the mirror first before you ask anyone to solve your problems. Say it one more time. You should look in the mirror first before you ask someone else to solve your problems. So what does that mean to me? From a group standpoint, that means black people should be the ones looking inwardly and solving your own problems before you point the finger at systemic racism and telling other people what they should or should not be doing for you to help you and your people to gain the leverage financially or economically, whatever you're getting at. Because human rights wise, you can buy your own land, you can do what you want, you can stay out the way. It's a free country, and people still choose to spend their money on rampant materialism bullshit, just materialism, basically empty nothingness. They choose to spend their money on things to try to floss on other black people and try to act like they're better than them. Status symbols, material status things, to try to act like they're better than someone. That's all. That's basically what the black community does. And then when we're financially in a foothold, then we want to cry and ask for reparations and someone to help us. And when all day long we have the abilities to help ourselves. Imagine if the 40 million black people in America, half of us donated $1 every day towards something. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. Imagine if just 1 million, 5 million, 2 million black people, because I know there's at least 2 million black people in the workforce. Imagine if 2 million black people put $1 up every day. $1. Hell, 50 cents. 2 million people put up 50 cents. There'd be a million. If 2 million people put up 50 cents a day, that would be $1 million a day put somewhere. But we don't have any trust. We have no collective trust in one another. We have no love for one another. We have no real correspondence or communications with one another, especially when it comes to financial footing and leverage. Nobody's gonna put themselves out there to help the next man in the black community, and that's one of our biggest problems. Nobody's gonna do anything business-wise, culturally. Nobody's gonna put out anything that's liberating, that challenges us or pushes us to do better. Nobody does anything that doesn't help their bottom line in the black community, and that is why you lose, and that's why people look at you like a loser and look at us like a loser class of people when we look outside of ourselves constantly for someone to blame and to fix our internal problems, which will never, ever be fixed, in my opinion. If you're looking for outside sources to fix your problems, it will never be fixed. So that's just straight off the bat facts. Let's get it. Let's get back on topic. But yeah, the biggest reason for quote unquote why black people feel that there is still a edge of white supremacy as far as economically, and why we're not getting our just due, is due to our internal conflicts within the black community. Do not be misguided. Do not be propagandized and lied to. Do not be misled. That is the facts. The facts are we are not transparent when it comes down to the resources, man. We're not trustworthy of one another. We're not trusting of one another, and we're not transparent when it comes down to the resources, man. We hide, just like that person trying to hide their sheet on the test day. But the only thing is, this is not it's not a grade. You know, this is not something this is literally homework. We can work with a partner in this society and situation and economy we in. You can. It's open note, open book, work with a partner, and we're still choosing to cover our book and cover our papers and not allowing the next person who looks just like you, comes from the same situation as you, to look and get answers from you and get any type of help or unify with that person. So to me, that is the biggest issue from the black community. It's not white supremacy. It's not a white person. It's not some white person in the hood clan rally and thinking about you. It's your own brother and sister refusing to do anything to unify with you financially. And that's why we lose. And that's why we worship wealthy entertainers and athletes and shit like that, and we think they are some type of anomaly, or everybody wants to pigeonhole themselves into those categories of athletes, entertainers, things like that. And that is just not the suitable or reasonable route and method in which we're going to reach our collective goals of black unity, black wealth, organization, and so forth, man. As far as militarily, religiously, community-wise, any of that, that's not how we're going to reach our goals of prosperity, point blank period. It's thinking I can have an individual bag, my brother can have an individual bag, my sister can have an individual bag, my grandmother, my brother, my father, my uncles, my sister, all of the above. We're just going to have individual bags. We're going to all have our own bills. We're just going to pour all our money and time into building white supremacy and continuing to build the white infrastructure by paying bills, astronomical bills at this point, gas, everything. We're not going to do anything to alleviate that stress as far as financially. We're all going to be individuals. We're all going to have this invoke this mindset, as my grandmother once said, that every tub must have its own bottom, and we're not going to have anything to cast down the ladder of help or the rope of help to the next generation. And that is why collectively black people are losing. It's not white supremacy. Like I said, it's not some white man behind the curtain pulling the lever. It's the black person refusing to be transparent with their dollars and being open and forthright with their dollars. Instead, they use it to compete, look down, shame, look down their noses, and act like they're better than people. They use it as a metaphorical caste system to think that they're better than the next black person. And they're cool with it. We're cool with white supremacy as long as we're winning in it. And that is the facts. We're cool with the system we're in of capitalism, European white capitalism, as long as we're able to individually have a piece of the pie for ourselves. Fuck the group. Fuck if everybody else gets a piece of the fish or gets to learn how to fish or fish for a day. we're gonna get our own, and we're gonna, you know, if we give somebody fish, we're gonna record it, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna display it for everyone to see, and still shun that person as if they're some type of loser, beggar needing some type of assistance. And we're just not gonna work together. And that is why we are collectively in the places and spaces that we're in. So do not sit around crying, boo-hooing, and blaming the white man for the situation that we collectively created for ourselves. Point blank, period.
Just tell me honestly, what do you think it is about your organization, without you being a white supremacist, without you being a white nationalist?
So you don't think I'm a white supremacist? Let's just get this straight.
No.
Okay, good.
I think you enable it.
Oh, I enable it.
Yes.
Despite every time I encounter anyone around that ideology, I repudiate it and I reject it.
I'm asking you
what
why
else
you
would
feel,
you want me to do?
I'm asking you why you feel that what it is you think about your organization that might attract white supremacists and white nationalists, because you've repudiated a lot of members who were later revealed to have white nationalist ties.
It's not a lot of members. You're talking about 4 people in a membership organization with hundreds of thousands of students over 7.5-year history. You're looking at 4 isolated examples that the dishonest press decides to look at, despite the unbelievable body of work that Turning Point USA rejects anyone that has hatred. Turning Point USA has diverse leadership summits, such as a Black Leadership Summit, and you kind of lost me after that one, by the way, that you could host a Black Leadership Summit and also be white supremacist.
Hey, 2 snaps for Charlie Kirk. But yeah, man, that's just my point. That's what I'm getting at. It's TNP, it's Big Cal, coming in live from the Carolinas to the Rocky Mountains, man. But hit that like button, subscribe, show some love. Appreciate you tapping in this morning, man. We're gonna have some more content for you later.